I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Fantastic to connect with you. And first off, are the rumors true? Is Tom Hiddleston the nicest guy in the universe, or is this just completely unfounded?
No, it's completely true. It's like he's absolutely lovely. Yeah, really good person.
All right. And in terms of collaborating with Tom, were there any big ideas that came from him in terms of storyline, considering he's worked on this character arc for about 10 years now? And we also know he's one of the most wittiest actors around. So, did we have any Easter eggs coming in from him?
I think basically something that we did. So as you can see in the first episode, it's this kind of, it's almost like filming a play, right? It's like this awesome two-hander between Mobius and Loki, and something that Tom and me and the writers all spoke about was like, okay, let's really pick the right moments for Loki to see from his life. And Tom definitely, like, I think like Odin, I love you, my sons. And I think originally we just had, it was really important for me that we had that moment with Frigga, but Tom was like, when he goes back to the Time Theater, I think it'd be great for him to revisit that again. And I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. So yeah, I think he was always pitching ideas. I mean, he's been living and bringing this wonderful character to life for a decade now. So, he's the Loki encyclopedia. So it was, yeah, he definitely, like, there's definitely stuff across the show that we were always evolving and trying to push the story and just try and make, the best story for Loki. So
I know you're also a Loki encyclopedia and you're a huge Loki nerd, but I also feel that sex education that you are celebrated for is about finding your identity. And now with Loki being recruited to set right time wrongs, he's also grappling with his identity. So I feel like it's an extension of that as well. Would you agree?
yeah, it's really weird. I'm just laughing because sometimes there's things as like a filmmaker, right, and you don't realize, and it's definitely like, I've definitely had my own identity, moments where I'm like, who am I? What do I want? Where is my place in this world? And like, I think all of us have, and it's just a theme that I keep returning to, not intentionally. I just keep like, it's just something that draws me in. But I think honestly, for me, like, I love outsiders because I guess I grew up and I felt like an outsider and I felt like other and I didn't quite know what my place was. And I think that for me, I loved working on sex education because it was really about finding your people, and it was done with such heart and empathy. And I think for me, like, taking what I learned on that and bringing that to Loki felt very apt. And I think that, he's such an interesting character, right, with identity. And I just feel like he's the perfect character to really dig into that central question, is anyone truly bad or truly good? And can we move past our past actions? Will they always define us? And, Loki's already been a masterclass in that over the last 10 years. And I was excited to kind of go into that further with the show.
Well, in terms of scale from sex education, this is a huge departure. I imagine Marvel has the deepest pocket. So, in terms of being a filmmaker, which was the most exciting moment for you production wise?
Oh, so this is really so we had a scene where we had some fake rocks falling, and I was obsessed with it. They're like the foam rocks. It's just because I remember as a kid, like, right, going to like Universal Studios, and like they had, I think, the earthquake ride, and there was like, they explained like, oh yes, in the movies we had these foam rocks that fall from the ceiling, but it looks like real ones. And I was like really obsessed with them. And that for me was like a very full circle moment, because I was like, oh my God, we got the Hollywood rocks. This is so cool. I remember Kevin Feige was like, you can take one if you want. I literally have it at home, this little foam rock. But anyway, so yeah, so that's such a weird thing for me to connect with. But I think that felt like, oh, this is like a big movie. I've got fake rocks. So yeah.
That sounds like so much fun. And I have so many more questions to ask you, but I have to wrap now. Thank you so much, Kate. And I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of the episodes. Take care.
Thanks so much. Cheers. Bye.